Hello there, Taurus. Welcome. How are you today? Let's do your general reading. All right, now these are timeless readings, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to our little tribe here in the corner, small corner of YouTube. Now, remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. Trust that your intuition brought you here because there is a message in today's spread, in today's card spread, that you're supposed to walk away with. If you don't mind, go ahead and share that with us down below, and if you'd like to claim this reading, that would be great. All right, Taurus, are you ready? Here we go. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. So you are taking a step back and you are reassessing. You're being given the chance to reassess your life, reassess your situation. And, you know, you're starting to see what to add and subtract in your life in order to allow it to blossom even more. So there's been something here that's kind of changed things around in your life, and all of a sudden you have so much clarity, so much energy, so much momentum. So don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change. Look at that, King of Swords. You have no problems dealing with problems head on. He's the only king that's like forward facing here, and he's got a big old sword and he has no worries about using it. So you're very logical, very analytical, and sometimes emotionally detached. So you have to kind of watch that a little bit, right? Because if you're here for a relationship reading, that can be a little bit tough for the other person. It can create a little bit of friction if you're emotionally detached, right? Because, you know, relationships require give and take of emotions. So just be aware of that. And if you're here for career and you are in a leadership position, know that some of your employees or the people below you may feel as though you're not approachable, right? So if you are thinking, you're telling them, oh, come to my office and I'll answer your questions, they might feel a little bit afraid of you. So just, you know, just know that. All right, here we go. Four of Swords. So the thing here with the Four of Swords is that you're having to take a rest. Again, this is that card of stepping back. Now here you're resting and you are connecting with your higher self, and you're having answers, you know, coming towards you, right? You're being provided answers to questions because now you're given that time to reflect and to really connect with your higher self. So whatever it is, and if you haven't done this, Taurus, please do take the time to rest, because I know that Tauruses also love to work. You guys are hard workers, and when you get enmeshed in something, you really focus. So universe here is trying to remind you, take a break, get in touch with your higher self, okay? Don't forget to take care of yourself. Look at that. You are starting something new. There's something here that's kind of sparked you, and you're ready to embark on a new journey. So whatever has happened in the past, you've reassessed your life and you realize, okay, I'm ready. I want my crops to grow, says the farmer. What do I need to do? What steps do I need to take? And here you have that energy to start something new. You really want to expand yourself, and you have no problems analyzing it and really taking that step forward. Just don't overwork yourself. Don't forget to take those rests, those rest periods. Look at that transformation. Beautiful transformation. Know that with this new journey that you're about to take, right? Because you've taken that time to really reassess your life, and you've got that confidence. Whatever journey you decide to start, you are going to transform. With this Death card, it's going to be transforming. It's transformation for the better, right? For the better. It's going to really take you up another notch as far as your spirituality, just closer to your higher self. I love it. And you see here, you know, this individual here is laying on this cot or mat here, and really just resting and connecting with the higher self. And by doing that, you allow yourself that transformation. There is a part of you that feels like you can't make a decision, that you have too many options. Number 7 here might be important to you. So if you see the number 777, that might be, you know, an important number to you at that moment when you see that sequence of numbers. Then know that in that instance, there is a message there. If you're listening to a song, maybe there's something in the lyrics, a message that you need to hear. But universe is telling you, yes, it's a nice problem to have so many options before you. However, you're going to need to make a decision. You can't stay here. The great thing about it is that you have the energy of the King of Swords, and you're going to take all of these ideas that you have, these options, and you're going to analyze them to death. And you're going to have to move on it, though. I would love for you to get like the Chariot or something like that, or a Knight, because the Knights are all about movement and action. The Moon, yeah. So because things aren't as clear to you right now, you want to take that step. You've reassessed and you've figured out what it is that you need to leave behind and what you need to add. However, things aren't clear. Things aren't clear. And so that's where you have to trust your instincts, your intuition. You need to pray. Sometimes you need to take a step back. If things get too overwhelming and you can't decide, you need to take a step back, remove yourself from the situation so you can see things from a different perspective. Take a pause, much like the Hangman, right? So the Moon card says, please take a pause and trust your intuition. Don't give up on the path, because if you continue on this path, on the other side is illumination, is the sun. So keep on the path, but just trust your instincts. Trust your intuition, and you get here to the Ten of Cups, which is that harmony, that joy, that stability, that the ultimate emotionally fulfilling experience. You know, your family, you see here, they're celebrating the joy and harmony and peace in their lives, and the abundance that they've accumulated, right? So allow yourself to transform so that you can get to this place here. But the only way you can get to this place is to make a specific decision, and how you're going to make that decision is by trusting your instincts and not being afraid to make that decision and take that step forward. See that? I love it. Oh my gosh, look, the Chariot. I just said that. I would love for you to have the Chariot. Okay, here we go. The Chariot card. Oh, I love it when I call the cards before I flip them, because that means it's just, I mean, we're connecting here. I love that. All right, Taurus, Chariot. So you're going from here, standing at the edge of this mountain or cliff or whatever, and you're moving and grooving. This is a card of victory. Whatever you do in this new journey of transformation, you're going to come out on top. It's victory, it's will, it's determination, and you're going to use your inner strength. You're going to realize that there's more than one way to deal with challenges, because you're so smart, right, that you're going to, and you're wise like the king, right? You're going to know exactly how to deal with challenges, because it's not going to be your conventional way of dealing with challenges. You see how she's dealing with the lion here. She's got the lion under control because there's something about her. You're also this is wisdom. Wisdom. You're gaining so much wisdom. Page of Cups. So something here is moving you, like emotionally moving for you. So if you're starting a new business, a new job, this is something that's going to create such emotional fulfillment. If this is something like a relationship situation for you, you may be receiving an offer from an individual, right? Or maybe receiving an apology even, or maybe vice versa. You may be offering something to somebody or offering an apology. But here, you see here, you have the Cups. You have, in the near future here, because this is your goal, right? You have the opportunity to build this for yourself. And you got the momentum. You got all these major arcanas here. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, so much. I love the Chariot because that is that force, that determination, that victory. That's you trusting your higher self, trusting the universe. You see, he's not even holding on to to anything. That he's just on his Chariot, and he knows it's going to move forward and whatever, and he trusts. He's going to go in the direction that he needs to go, because he trusts that he's going to go within, in the divine purpose is going to come clear eventually here, once he trusts and once he goes deep. Page of Pentacles, another page here. You are starting something new here, right? Look at this. New beginnings, new journey. Wow. Knight of Wands, perfect. So that's what I was saying. You needed a knight, because then the knight is going to tell me that you're going to be moving forward. And what better way than to get a Knight of Wands, because he's full of passion. He's full of love. I mean, just courage. You know, this is the guy that is always up for the next new adventure. Very courageous, very passionate, very charming too. Very, very charming, but a little bit impulsive. So just be aware of that impulsivity too. All right. You know what? Let's do a few more of these cards here, because I want to know if there's any other messages that you need to hear with regards to the tarot. All right, here we go. What other messages? Yeah, whatever it is that you're working towards, keep doing it so that you can master it, because what you want is this emotional fulfillment. So if you're working towards being a better version of yourself, working on your physicality, working on your skills at work or study, something like that, keep doing it. Keep doing it, because it's going to happen fast, and it's going to work out in your favor. Look at that, the Tower. The Tower is about, it's revealing something about yourself. So here, you don't get to the Three of Wands without going through some sort of hardship, right? Because what happened is when things fell apart, you had to build yourself up. You had to go through like the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands, where you're seeing possibilities, future possibilities. Now you're ready to embark on that journey. But here the Tower card is showing up because it's the universe trying to remind you that the Tower happened for you. What did you learn about yourself, right? What did you learn about yourself in this journey? Right? And you take that knowledge with you so that you can end up in all of this new beginnings, right? And fulfill this 10 of Cups that you want so badly. Be aware that the universe is constantly giving you opportunities. Here, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. But sometimes we don't see things from a different perspective. The universe will keep presenting you with things until you actually take it, right? So be aware, see things from a different perspective. Yeah, look at this. Three of Cups, you're going to have celebration in your life. Ace of Wands, love it. I just said that, right? You had to have the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands in order or you had to go through the Tower in order for you to start this new thing here. The Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands. Queen of Swords, you've got the pair here. I love it. Which tells me that, you know, you are being very direct. You are not having any issues dealing with problems head on. You're very brave. The thing here is that be careful, your words can be cutting because you are so honest and you are so fair and you have no problem swinging that sword. So just be aware that you might hurt some feelings. We don't want to burn any bridges, right? All right, one more. And don't forget to look up, enjoy the journey, and shed some of these wands that aren't even yours. This is about you overworking, overburdening yourself, right? And not wanting to deal with something. So make sure you look up and you enjoy the journey. We get one journey right now, okay? So enjoy your journey. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. You are emotionally healing. You have wish fulfillment. Look at this. 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment. You're going to get it, right? Because you have all that willpower and determination, victory. Yeah, wow. Great things happening for you here, Taurus. Okay, lighten up. Where's that? Yeah, lighten up right here. Shed some of these swords. Lighten up. Be real. Yes. Be real. Be honest. Don't be afraid to be honest. Just be careful with your words. We don't want to hurt any feelings. Relax. Yeah. Don't forget to relax here. And we have this Four of Swords here too. That's also that relax. One more. Know your worth. Yeah. The King and the Queen, they know their worth. Okay, I would have loved to see the Queen of Wands because that's all about knowing her worth, right? But that's okay. You got the King and Queen. You have the pair, King and Queen of Swords. Talk less, feel more, right? So what did I say earlier about the King of Swords? Be careful. I even said that. I said be careful because sometimes the energy of the King of Swords can be emotionally attached or detached. So make sure that you talk less, feel more, okay? And show some love, add a little spice in there. All right, Taurus, thank you again for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this with your friends. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being here. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.